All praises and glory to Yahweh Bahasham, Yahushai Bahasham Ha Rakah Kudash. Double honors to our apostle elders, which rule Great Millstone Well, and Shalom to the hopeful elect of the nation of Israel. May you endure into the end. Shalom Wa Abba Babal. Alright, this is from the Gothamist. It says Daniel Penny, which is that Edomite, which you can see in this picture, that he is not white. All right, they call themselves white, but they are actually red. All right, to a shade of pink like a pig. You can see the collar of his neck. Even this detective or whatever he is, skin is very red, and if you look at his collar is white. They are not white, they are red. Okay, they are the red devil the Bible speaks of. All right, and this is evidence of that. Daniel Penny, charged with killing Jordan Nilly, which was a hungry, homeless man. And this man, Daniel Penny, the Edomite, choked him to death in public. All right? Is gaining prayers. So you got these so-called white Christians praying for this red devil that killed, which I thought the Bible said not to kill. It says in Exodus 20... This is why it shows you that Christianity is bullshit. It's a slave religion. Exodus 20, verse 13. Thou shalt not kill. And really, that's a bad word for English. It should be murder. Thou shalt not murder. And that's what this man did. He murdered that hungry man, Jordan Nilly, which Jordan Nilly was a so-called black man, which the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians, which have been scattered throughout the world in slavery, are the biblical Hebrew Israelites. All right? And the red devil, the so-called white man, is your perpetual enemy. All right? So it says, thou shalt not kill. When you go into kill, it says to murder, slay, premeditated, which this man premeditated murder on Jordan Nilly. All right, it wasn't an act in the moment. He actually thought about it, processed it, and then acted out. It says, assassinate. He was an assassin. This is why he's being paid. It says Daniel Penny, charged with murdering Jordan Nilly, is gaining prayers, okay, from these red devil Edomites and their false Christianity, which the Lord don't hear their prayers. Millions in donor dollars. So he's an assassin. He's being paid for killing the so-called black man. It says big names are helping, which are politicians, actors. All right? So this shows you that they have a perpetual hate for the so-called Negro, Latino, and Native American Indian, which are the same people. All right? The biblical Hebrew Israelites, all right? And the so-called white man has a perpetual hate, which he desires to murder you in the worst ways. And he loves to get in glory. Look at this dude with his smirk. Because he knows he's not going to see no trouble. All right? Because the charge they charged him with, all right, it only holds 1 to 3 years of prison time, which we already know he ain't going to get no prison. They'll say we give him 3 years of prison, but he'll do 1 year on home arrest, but you won't hear nothing about it. All right? Because these red devils, which rule the world, this shows that they rule the world. All right? Because who's one of those people that's helping him? DeSantis, the red devil 2024 GOP hopefuls rush to defend Daniel Penny after deadly NYC subway chokehold, which is Florida Governor Ron DeSantis urged the nation to show Daniel Penny that America's got his back. For what? For killing a so-called black man in public. He's being praised. They're praying for him. And they're paying him because he's nothing more than an assassin. All right? It says, former UN Ambassador Nikki Haley called for New York's governor to pardon Penny. See? He's not going to go to jail for nothing. Because in the so-called white man's eyes, which rules the world in wickedness, he did a good thing for killing the so-called black man. All right? And if it was a so-called Hispanic man or a so-called Native American Indian man, it's the same shit. They walk away freely. If anything, they get a promotion for it. It says, and biotech entrepreneur Vivek Ramaswamy, I don't know, fuck his last name, donated $10,000 to his legal defense fund. So this nigga's paid. They're praying to their fake ass white Jesus for him. See, the so-called white man shows you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians perpetual hate. But you want to be his friend. You want to go join his military. You want to go join his police force. You want to go to his college. You want to date his daughters. You want to do all these fucking things because you want to be next to this fucking red devil. And all he wants to do is murder you. All he does is premeditate murder on you fucking niggas, Spicks, and Uncle Tomahawks. Alright, but the elect are not deceived. We know who the devil is. We know who we worship. And we know who the devil is. The devil is that so-called white man. Alright, he is Satan on earth. And the Lord is going to punish him by giving him to us to deal with him. Alright? Obadiah, verse 3, the pride of thine heart hath deceived thee. See, and the Lord's letting you get away right now. You could laugh, you could drink, you could celebrate, you could pray to your white Jesus all you fucking want. All right? But the pride of thine heart hath deceived thee. Thou that dwelleth in the cliffs of the rock. That's why their name is Caucasians. All right? They originally were in Petra, but then they were eventually in the Caucasus Mountains. All right, that's the original caveman, the so-called white man, whose habitation is high, that saith in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground? So that's the pride. Who could take the so-called white man down? If you kill a so-called white man, like this motherfucker killed a so-called black man, they would give you the fucking death penalty. They'd probably kill you right there in the spot. But because this devil is a so-called white man, he's being celebrated, he's being paid, and he's being let loose, all right, to kill again. Look, this is from Fox Business. Marine vet, which that ain't nothing more than a skinhead organization. The Marine Corps, all right, which he was a veteran, which he was a trained killer. Daniel Penny's, and see, I was going to box professional when I was younger. And they told me once you sign that contract, you know, making your hands legal deadly weapons, if you hurt someone on the street, they're going to throw the book at you. You know why? Because I'm a so-called, what they call a Cuban. All right, I'm of the northern kingdom of the nation of Israel. I'm Manasseh. All right? Ban Shel Manasseh. All right? But the so-called white man could murder you, premeditate murder you, and get paid, walk away freely, and no harm come to him. All right? In fact, he'll be released on the street to kill again. It says, Marine vet Daniel Penny's Give, Send, Go Legal Defense Fund is Site's second biggest campaign. He's getting rich for killing so-called a black man. And there's no outcry over this shit. You fuckers, you fucking Jake, man, you fucking want to still go to work. You still want to beg the fucking white man for $1. You still want this motherfucker's foot on the back of your fucking neck. That's why I pray, you know, that the Lord kills you fucking 2/3 of my own people. The 2/3 of my own people. which he's going to use this devil to do it. He's going to use this devil, which you love so much, to kill you and your children. All right? It says, Marine veteran Daniel Penny's crowdfunding campaign to pay his legal fees in the murder of an erratic homeless man, which is called hungry, all right? They even tell you in that commercial of Snickers, so you don't lose your temper, eat a Snickers bar. Because when you're fucking hungry, there was an Edomite that was in the military, and they left his ass behind. And they interviewed him. And he says there's a hunger and a thirst that once it hits you, you'll kill anything, because you're so hungry. You're so thirsty, you can't control your actual attitude. But see, this man was an erratic homeless man, which I did a sit down. They knew he was in need of help, but he couldn't receive the fucking help that he needed from these fucking devils, which I guarantee you they had some fat fucking black bitch or some fat fucking Mexican bitch or some fat fucking Indian bitch sitting on the end of their counter thinking that she's high on a horse because she's fucking making working for the so-called white man. I guarantee you, I've been in these situations myself. They'll stick a fucking a nigga spick or a fucking tomahawk bitch behind the counter to fucking, fuck with you. Just the other day I had that happen. Bitch took my money, didn't want to give me my change at the gas station. Some fucking Mexican trash bitch. And then who comes to save her? The fucking white man. And I'm telling him, hey, this bitch didn't give my change. But you know what he did? He went to call the cops on me. So you fucks that are attached to this fucking red devil, you're gonna die. All right? You fucking niggas, spicks, and tomahawks that love the so-called white man, you're gonna die with him. It says, Subway is among, it says, to pay his legal fees in the murder of an erratic homeless man on the New York City subway is among Give Send Go's most successful fundraisers in its history. The campaign's co-founder told Fox News Digital, quote, it's number 2 ever on Give Send Go. Chief Financial Officer Jacob Wells said this definitely has sparked an emotional response with many people. And damn right. All right? And what's going to happen is you're going to have to pay for that. All right? You're not just going to get away with it because that man, nearly, he's up in the heavens crying to the Lord. And the Lord is going to avenge him. That's in Revelation 6. It says right here. Verse 9, and when he had opened the fifth seal, I saw under the altars the souls of them that were slain for the word of Yahweh and for their testimony, which is the prophecy of Yahushai, which they held. Which all Jakes, when they die, they go to the Lord, Yahushai, to stand before him. And Yahweh is the Father. Yahushai is the mediator between us and our Father. So even if he wasn't a prophet, he was an Israelite. So he's back with Yahushai. All right. And he's crying, as it says, and they cried with a loud voice, saying, how long, O Lord, holy and true, dost thou not judge and avenge our blood on them that dwell on the earth? All right. So just like in Genesis, when Cain killed Abel, let me get it. It says in Genesis 4, verse 8, and Cain, which is that so-called white man, talked with Abel. Abel he came back as Jacob, and Cain came back as Esau. It says, and Cain talked with Abel his brother, and it came to pass when they were in the field that Cain rose up against Abel his brother and slew him. So he murdered him. And Yahweh said unto Cain, where is Abel thy brother? And he said, I know not, am I my brother's keeper? So he's like, fuck my brother. And he said, What hast thou done? The voice of thy brother's blood crieth unto me from the ground. And now art thou cursed from the earth, which hath opened her mouth to receive thy brother's blood from thy hand. So this is why that devil, the so-called white man, is red today. It's because they were Cain who killed their brother Abel. All right, and they're still trying to kill us in this world that we live in today. All right. So the Lord's going to put them to death soon. Right? And he's going to allow Israel to do it. Revelation 6, but verse 10, and they cried, talking about the Israelites in the spirit realm, with a loud voice, saying, How long, O Lord, holy and true, dost thou not judge and avenge our blood on them that dwell on the earth? So, the more Jake they kill and send to the spirit realm, the better. Because they're crying to the Lord in their right mind. And Yahweh and Yahweh Shai, man, they're ready to come back. They want to come back. And they want to come back and destroy these devils. Which, you remember, they're the devils that crucified Yahweh Shai. So they want payback. Yahweh and Yahweh Shai want payback, man. Romans 9, verse 22. What if Yahweh and his son Yahweh Shai, willing to show his wrath and to make his power known, endured with much long suffering the vessels of wrath fitted to destruction? Why are they fitted for destruction? Look what the fuck they do on this earth. They poison the earth, they destroy the animals, and look what they done to the Lord's favorite people. The so-called Negro, Latino, and Native American Indian is the apple of the Lord's eye, and look what you have done to the Lord's people. So the Lord he wants to fuck you so-called Caucasians up, man. And it's coming, and it's already happening on a certain level. I see you fucking devils catching your own diseases. Like you was doing this pandemic, but who died of it most was the so-called white man. You put abortion clinics in our neighborhoods, but who's aborting their children now? You fucking crackers. Right? You put drugs in our neighborhoods, but who's fucking doing them? Who's passed out in the fucking cars with crack pipes in your head? You fucking evil red devils. You so-called Caucasians. So the Lord, he's moving on you, man. And soon it's not even going to be undeniable, because the Lord is going to fuck you up, man. He's going to fucking turn you guys inside out, man. All right? He's going to fucking shred you bitches, man. And he's going to let Israel do it. He's going to let Israel partake in this, man. And that's what I long for, man. I long to fucking get that power so I could fucking put payback on you motherfucking red devils, man. Your whole fucking nation. From the oldest to the youngest. I can't wait to see you all in pain, suffering, crying, bleeding, hungry, thirsty, and no one's coming to help you but a fucking boot right into your fucking head. It says in Obadiah verse 4, Though thou exalt thyself as the eagle, and though thou set thy nest among the stars, you got a Space Force, and your eagle, your great seal of America, that don't mean shit, bitch. Thence will I bring thee down, saith Yahweh. And that's what he's saying. Fuck your eagle. Fuck your country. Fuck your money. Fuck your Space Force. Fuck you, you fucking red devils. All right? The Lord is going to take you down. I'm going to jump down. It says in verse 8, Shall I not in that day, saith Yahweh, even destroy the wise men out of Edom? Edom means red. That's the biblical name of the so-called white man. Once again, they are not white. They are red. All right? Just as you can see in this image, Daniel Penny, look, it says right here on Fox 5, witness to Jordan Neely chokehold death calls Daniel Penny a hero. Which the so-called black man, Jordan Neely, didn't touch nobody. He didn't deserve to die. Right? With that situation that was on the subway, but we know that no innocent man perisheth. So that was the judgment for Jordan Neely. All right? At the hands of the enemy, the red devil. And a lot of niggas Spicks and tomahawks are going to fucking die at the hands of the red devil. But the red devil is going to fucking die at the hands of the Israelite. Remember that. That's how it's going to end. You fucking red devils, you're going to end dying at the hands of the Israelites. Whatever you do unto us, it shall be done unto you. And we're going to be counted heroes for putting your whole fucking race to sleep. It says, and understanding out of the mount of Esau, and thy mighty men, O T-man, which are the Germans, shall be dismayed to the end that every one of the mount of Esau may be cut off by slaughter, that every one, every male, female, old, young, baby, all right, is going to be slaughtered. All right, every one of the mount, every one of the nation of Esau, the red race, the so-called white man, may be cut off by slaughter. For thy violence against thy brother Jacob, the so-called Negro, Latino, and Native American Indian are the Jacob. They are the Israelites, the son of Jacob. Shame shall cover thee, and that's why we're out telling the truth, and you don't like it. And thou shalt be cut off forever. But you're not going to be showing no mercy. All right, you can pray all the fucking vain prayers you want to your fake God, Jesus Christ. But believe me, he ain't coming back to save you, funky ass red devils. Yahweh Shai's coming back, and he's going to put his boot up your ass sideways and knock out your fucking teeth and break your neck. It says, verse 15, for the day of Yahweh is near upon all the heathen. So all you fucking heathen, not just the so-called white man, all you fucking heathen that are part of the UN, all right, all your nations are going to be dissolved and put in slavery, all right, under the Israelite, and we're going to pay you back 1,000 years, man. Double for whatever you done unto us, double. It says, for the day of Yahweh is near upon all the heathen. As thou hast done, it shall be done unto thee. Thy reward shall return upon thine own head. So this man is going to be given to Jordan Nilly, all right, in the future. And that Jordan Nilly is going to choke this motherfucker, choke his children. All right, it's all going to be bad for you fucking red devils. All right, that's the future. Let me grab that real quick. Psalms 137. It says in verse 7, remember, O Yahweh. And he does remember. That's why he has his prophets standing on our feet, prophesying the condemnation of this red devil. It says, remember, O Yahweh, the sons of Edom, the so-called white man. All right, remember his sons, the ones that live today. All right, and pay them back for what they've done in the past. In the day of Jerusalem, who said, raise it, even to the foundation thereof, which they've been trying to destroy us and our kingdom since the beginning. This is talking about when the Babylonian Assyrians took us into captivity. The red devils ran in like little coward-ass bitches and tried to burn our city down. It says in verse 8, O daughter of Babylon, which is America now, who art to be destroyed by nuclear missiles, happy shall he be that rewarded thee as thou hast served us. All right? As thou hast served us. Happy shall he be that taketh and dasheth thy little ones against the stones. So I don't give a fuck if there's someone of some kind of fucking of this world's authority listening, and you hear me saying these things and you think you could bring me up on charges. You can't do a fucking thing. You fucking red devils, you got fucking hell to pay. And it says, happy shall he be. Now I'm so happy. I'm thankful to Yahweh Hashem Yahushua that he raised me out of that darkness for me to be able to see the light, Yahweh and his son Yahweh Shai, and to know that I am an Israelite and to go out and teach, but also to condemn you fucking devils. Fuck you red devils, man. I can't wait till we get to pay you back. I fucking long for that day. I hate my life until I get to pay you back, motherfuckers. Going back to Obadiah. It says, verse 17, but upon Mount Zion shall be deliverance. See, you can't do fucking nothing to us. There is nothing you could do to us. But wait until we get our power to fuck you up. Now, you might be able to kill these 2/3, and that's fine. That's your job. But you're not going to be killing elect men like that. Because the Lord's going to give us power, and we're going to fucking show you what it is to be violent. All right? It says, and there shall be holiness, which we're holy by separating ourselves from this world and cleaving unto what is righteous in Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. And the house of Jacob shall possess their possessions. See, these red devils, if you're not living according to the will of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, they can put hands on you. Right? But even some of the elect will be sacrificed by the devils, and that's only going to bring their condemnation down faster. All right? But most of the elect are going to get power, man, and we're going to be hunters. We're going to hunt these fucking devils. And they're going to hide in the rocks. They're going to hide in their bunkers. And eventually America is going to get nuked by their allies, all right? Once they make that device, the implantable micro CHIP, mandatory for buying and selling. But until then, we got to patiently wait and hope for our salvation in Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. But as soon as that happens, we're going to fucking inflict the worst pain known to man on you fucking, starting with you fucking red devils. It says, and the house of Jacob shall be a fire, and the house of Joseph a flame, which when you go into these words, fire and flame, it's dealing with the pick of poking at a fire to increase the flame. So that's what we're doing. We're fanning the flame. We're telling you fucking red devils your future, and you're getting offended. So you're loading bullets, you're making bullets, you're buying bulletproof vests, you're training dogs, you're doing all this shit in preparation to be slaughtered. It says, and the house of Esau for stubble, which you're being collected. You fucking red devils think you're going to try to put on that white hood and come back and burn crosses. But it ain't going to happen, bitch, because you're going to get fucked up. And they shall kindle in them and devour them. Who's going to devour the so-called white man? The Negroes, the Latinos, and the Native American Indians, which the Lord has preserved as the remnant of the nation of Israel. And there shall not be any remaining of the house of Esau, for Yahweh has spoken it. For Yahweh has spoken it. Right? These ain't my words. I don't give a fuck if you don't like what I say or not. These are the words in the Holy Scriptures, all right, from Yahweh. This is the word of Yahweh, the Almighty God, promising to slay you fucking red devils, you fucking Caucasians, and you 2/3 that are with him, all right, that love this fucking red devil. You're going to die with him. It says in Isaiah 54, verse 16, behold, I have created the smith. So the Lord created this red devil to punish Israel for our sins, that bloweth the coals in the fire, which he gave him the sword, which the original blacksmith was the so-called white man. But now they're scientists, and they making nuclear weapons. And that bringeth forth an instrument for his work, which he don't create peace, he takes peace from the earth. Which he created what? A weapon of mass destruction, nuclear bomb. And I have created the waster to destroy. All right, so this devil has a nuclear weapon, and it's going to fall upon his own head. No weapon, including the so-called white man. And that's why I said, hey, fuck you if you wear a badge, if you're in a military suit, if you're a fucking politician. I don't give a fuck. You don't have no fucking authority over me. By the power of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, I'm going to tell you, fuck you, and go pound sand with you and your whole fucking family. And I pray and hope that you starve to death to the point where you can fucking eat your babies. Your own fucking babies. Motherfuckers. It says, and every tongue, It says, no weapon that is formed against thee shall prosper, and every tongue that shall rise against thee in judgment thou shalt condemn. So you know what? They're making laws behind closed doors. They're doing all these things, thinking that they're going to kill us all or bring us down into slavery again. The Lord's done with you. He's done with you. He's going to fuck you up using the Israelite. And I'm talking to that so-called white race. You fucking red devils. You could load up all the bullets you want. You could fucking get the biggest guns you want. Get those motherfucking nuclear missiles ready, bitches. Because it's your ass. Alright? It's your ass on the chopping block this time, motherfucker. It says, this is the heritage of the servants of Yahweh, and their righteousness is of me, saith Yahweh. So fuck your whole entire fucking race, you fucking crackers. From the politicians, the presidents, the police officers, the military, your fucking Christian religion, your fucking school system. Fuck you all. Alright? And your judgment is coming, man. And it's happening. It's already happening. That's why all these things are happening. Like you being invaded from the southern border. Alright? You're going to be slaughtered here in America. It says in Lamentations 4, verse 21, rejoice and be glad, O daughter of Edom. So come on with it, bitches. Bring that motherfucking chip. Let's go. Quit being bitches. Let's start this, let's go. You motherfucking proud devils. You think that gun's going to save you? Let's go. Come down with that great wrath that is prophesied. It says, that dwelleth in the land of Uz, talking about America. The cup also shall pass through unto thee. And that's why you're drunk. You think because you fucking slaughtered us for so many years that you're just going to continue to slaughter us. You don't realize things have changed. We have repented. That's why we're standing on our feet telling the truth, and you're afraid now. It says, the cup also shall pass through unto thee. Thou shalt be drunken by what? Your pride. And thou shalt make thyself naked. You're going to reveal yourself as the devil. Which that's what this does. This reveals who that devil is. It's that so-called white race. They could murder you for nothing and get away with it. In fact, get rich and become popular over it. It says, the punishment of thy iniquity, your immoral behavior, is accomplished, O daughter of Zion. Zion is pertaining to the men that are standing on their feet, sighing and crying and prophesying. The Israelites. He will no more carry thee away into captivity. So there ain't nothing you could fucking do to us. Alright? There's nothing you could fucking do to us. You put us in jail, so what? The Lord will tear the jail around. He'll tear it down around us. Look at the book of Acts. You try to kill us, we'll come back from the dead to haunt you, motherfuckers. There is nothing you could do, and you're not going to escape your judgment. It says, he will visit thine iniquity, your immoral behavior, O daughter of Edom. He will discover thy sins. Why? Because the prophets are here. And we're telling the Lord, we're praying, which he hears our prayers, and we're telling him about what you're doing to us, which he knows. He created you. All right? And look what he says. Ezekiel 35, verse 1, moreover, the word of Yahweh came unto me, saying, Son of man, set thy face against Mount Seir, which is that so-called white race, and prophesy against it, and say unto it, Thus saith the supreme power Yahweh, through his son Yahushai, behold, O Mount Seir, the so-called white race, I am against thee, and I will stretch out my hand against thee. So he's going to strong arm your ass. I will make thee desolate, and he's going to nuke the shit out of you. You, your women, your children, and the ones that remain are going to actually be put in slavery. Brutal fucking slavery, man. You think the so-called Negroes at it bad? Wait till the so-called Negro got your ass in slavery, bitch. That's your future. I will lay thy cities waste, and thou shalt be desolate, and thou shalt know that I am Yahweh. And how are they going to know? When the Lord sends them in like a flood. You're going to have all these troops coming to kill us. And look what the Lord's going to do. Isaiah 59 verse 19, which this is the day I hope for, man. I want to see this day. I want to be part of it. I want to help Yahweh Shem Yahushai slay this red devil. Isaiah 59 verse 17, for he put on righteousness as a breastplate and an helmet of salvation upon his head. And he put on the garments of vengeance for clothing and was clad with zeal as a cloak. According to their deeds, accordingly he will repay. Fury to his adversaries, recompense to his enemies. To the islands he will repay recompense. So all the heathen are going to pay. Not just the so-called white race, but they're the fucking devil the Bible speaks of. But every heathen is going to pay because they all had us in slavery. And they're all participating in this slavery under the so-called white man. That's why they're confederate. The UN is confederate with the European Union. It says, so shall they fear the name of Yahweh from the west. And they know it. Let me show you. See? And these heathen know. Look at this. UN News. United Nations UN News. United States UN rights experts gravely concerned over brutal deaths at the hands of police. In what? In America. And the UN knows. The heathen know it. But are they doing anything about it? No. So you're going to have to pay for that. And not just this time. In the past, too, you've had us in slavery. All right? So that just shows you right there, you fucking heathen are guilty. It says in verse 19 of Isaiah 59, so shall they fear the name of Yahweh. And that's what's happening. There's no fear of Yahweh. Why would you be killing his people if you're afraid of him? So the Lord has to slaughter you so that you fear. It says, so shall they fear the name of Yahweh from the west. What country is in the west? Known as West America. And really, the European Union, all those countries are considered Western. It says, and his glory from the rising of the sun, China, Russia, all right, Japan, all these countries that participated in our slavery, all the heathen. It says, when the enemy shall come in like a flood, which they're going to come in on us to try to kill us and put us in slavery again, but it ain't going to fly, bitches. It says, the spirit of Yahweh shall lift up a standard against him. Now, what is that standard that he's going to lift up? Let's see. That's why I want to see you motherfuckers come in. Look, it says to flee, escape. Look, it says to take flight. All right, you're going to have 144,000 bright burns. All right? Some are going to be able to be put to death for a sacrifice, but the majority, man, we're going to be fucking hunting. All right, and we're going to start with Jake, those 2/3 that refuse to recognize Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. But then we're going to turn our attention towards you fucking heathen. You fucking Edomites. All right? You fucking heathen that participate with this devil. And you know that they're brutalizing us. And you know that they're doing this to us. But you have done nothing but prospered from us. You fucking lick our wounds like a fucking street dog. It says, look, to fly, to the attack. And that's what's going to happen. We're going to pay you motherfuckers back, man. Over and over and over. We're literally going to have the power to burn you, to tear you to pieces, man. It's going to be horrible for you. It says, look, to cause to disappear. And you can't do that. What the fuck is your police going to do with that? What your military going to do with that? But you already know that. That's why you got your little superhero movies, your Marvel with Hulk and all this, and Superman and all that. Because you know that's the future, and you got that information from the Bible. And I know you go into your witches and your warlocks, and they're having visions and dreams of us coming to judge you, red devils. All right? And that's what's going to happen. We're going to judge you, and we're going to be very, very violent about it. And you're going to remember what you've done to us. You're going to remember because we're going to make sure you remember. We're going to be able to fuck with your mind. Just like you fuck with ours. It says in verse 20, and the Redeemer shall come to Zion, and unto them that turn from transgression in Jacob, said Yahweh. So if we're not in willful sin, we ain't got nothing to be afraid of, brothers. You don't have to be afraid of the fucking police. You don't have to be afraid of the military. You don't have to be afraid of the nuclear missiles. All those things are going to be used for us, for our sake. All right? The nuclear missiles, even these Edomites, man, they're going to be our target practice when we get that spiritual power. All right? As it is written in the Holy Scriptures, we're going to go from fishermen to hunters. It says in verse 21, as for me, this is my covenant with them, saith Yahweh. So if we repent, hey, the Lord's with us. And we're repenting. That's why they're afraid. We're standing upon our feet, calling upon Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, declaring who the wicked is. My spirit that is upon thee, and my words which I have put in thy mouth, which we have the power to prophesy, shall not depart out of thy mouth. And that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to kill us. But the Lord ain't going to be allowing it, man. Like I said in the book of Acts, they arrest us and put us in jail. The fucking jail will collapse around us. An earthquake will happen and swallow the fucking people up, the guards. They can't do nothing against us, man. We're invincible. We're powerful. Already, we just don't know which brothers are going to receive the power or to be sacrificed yet. But the nation of Israel is all going to partake in paying back these fucking heathen, man. It says, shall not depart out of thy mouth, nor out of the mouth of thy seed. They ain't going to hurt our kids. Nor out of the mouth of thy seed, saith Yahweh, from henceforth and forever. So repent, brothers. All right, I'm dealing with the men. Fuck you, women. You know, if you're attached to an elect man, hey, then the Lord's dealing with you. If you ain't, may you fucking die slow. I don't give a fuck about you bitches. You bitches will trade out on us. You know, that's a fact. These bitches ain't loyal, man. Now, there's women of our nation that is ordained to be saved, but I ain't worried about them. I'm worried about the elect men. That's what the prophets were raised up for his elect men, because salvation is for his elect men. And the women that are to be saved, they're going to be attached to those elect men. Matthew 24, verse right here, 31. And this is Yahweh Shai speaking, the Messiah, when he comes back to fight for us. And he shall send his angels with the great sound of a trumpet, and they shall gather together his elect. Those elect in there are his men, his elect men. It says his elect. Electos, to pick out, choose, or to pick. All right. Let me go back. Salakia. What I wanted to do was get the word and then come down here where it used in other scriptures. See? Revelation 17 verse 14. These shall make war with the Lamb, and the Lamb shall overcome them, which is the heathen. They're going to try to make war with the Lamb by making war with the saints. And the Lamb shall overcome them. For he is Lord of lords and King of kings, and they that are with him are called and chosen, being elect and faithful, which are the men. 1 Peter chapter 2, verse 9. But ye are a chosen, an elect generation, a royal priesthood, and holy nation. So the priests were men, not women. So the elect are men. The salvation is for the men. Now you have women that have been selected to be saved with the elect, but they're going to be in submission as wives to the elect men. All right. It says, a royal priesthood and holy nation, a peculiar people, that ye should show forth the praises of him who had called you out of darkness into his marvelous light. All right. So the point has been made. Fuck you, red devils. Kwam Yasharala. Kala Yaba Shim Yashai. B'Shem HaVukakwadash. Double honors to our apostle elders, which rule Great Millstone Wallet, and Shalom to the hopeful elect of the nation of Israel. May you endure unto the end. Shalom. Wa Abba Babal.